Oh, it's time for yards after the catch. Let's see if we can get this thing to work. All right, we're going reverse. Enough of that. Look, freaking, I love jamming out to that. Don't get me wrong, but we got some football to get to because it went crazy this week. Injuries abound. We got Patterson lands himself on the IR. We got just freaking injuries all over the place, and we got to get to them. Before we do, look, you guys know that we record the trenches, we breathe for a second, and then we come on the show. We say it every week. I can't get past it anymore. The trenches is insane. What do you think this week?
Before we get to the trenches, let's first off start out by saying you're working on your birthday. I want to wish you a happy birthday. You know, you're in the trenches. You're working on all these shows, doing so much and giving back to the community. So I want to thank you, and I hope you're having a wonderful birthday. I hope it just gets better. I hope you celebrate all week, no matter what happens. So everybody go out there, buy them dinner, buy them a drink, or buy them a drink, depending on how long you've been drinking. Yeah. Drink. But yeah, the trench is pretty wild, and it's getting better and better and worse at the same time, if you can believe that. So,
man, it is every week it's something. What was this week's game breaker?
21
coming of age points. Coming of age, yes. 21 points for your roster, 21 points for your opponent's roster, locked in. So somebody's getting 21 points on your roster, someone's getting 21 points on the other roster. And of course, you can't be smart about it and put 21 points on your kicker and call it a day. You're tight end, that's out. But you can pick somebody else. What's going to suck is if you put 21 points on somebody that goes off for like 38 that week. Unless, of course, it's your opponent, which is obviously the idea. You want to try and pick the player you think is going to go off and hand them 21 points instead. And then, of course, you find out that player only scored like 1.9 like Tony Pollard did, and you just gave him 21 points.
And just so everybody knows, that was a double up option also. So he got 1.9 times 2, which wasn't good. It was so funny to watch, just and so embarrassing. And I told him that. But, you know, it's going to be fun.
Hey, look, so you got to catch the trenches. We did it live this week. We may do it live next week. We'll let you know. Hey, thanks, Rob, for the happy birthday. Appreciate that. And let me throw that up there. We got to appreciate that, Rob. Yeah, so catch the trenches. Watch for it to go live, but it was out there. So the episode is actually already out there, and it's the live version. So it's like uncut and uncensored. We'll cut it up and we'll do a produced one. But if you want to see how it all goes down behind the scenes, it's on the channel now.
I think we need more cussing, to be honest with you, some more real reactions, just because I think some are holding back. They don't know what's coming. And in the middle of the show, I actually wrote down another game breaker, and I don't know when I'm going to use it or bring it up, but it's going to be one of those side ones that's just going to wreck everyone. So I'm excited.
Playoffs.
What's
going on, Aurora? There she is in the house. Always here. Love it. Thanks for tuning in, Rob and Aurora. Thank you for everybody who's out there. Got a few viewers tonight, and love to see it. Just keep pumping them up. Tell your friends. Come out to yards after the catch. I know you got other things to do, but
I know you guys have questions this week because there's a lot of pickups that can be done. I'll probably be up till midnight trying to fix all my leagues because
Yeah,
I'm still
well, I
struggling
mean,
in 2 of them.
we got the ticker going on the bottom. I did like a little live pop in this week. Melvin Gordon elevated after the Williams injury. Naheem Hines, watch him because Thursday night, I don't know if they've officially said that Taylor's not going to play, but it's all but a foregone conclusion. High ankle sprain, which is the good one, but going to be out probably a couple weeks and definitely going to be out Thursday, I would think. Again, I don't know if it's been official yet, but all signs point that Naheem that Taylor's going to sit with that injury, so Naheem Hines owners could get some more points this week. We talked about Patterson going on the IR, so Algier. A lot of people looking in his direction for a nice pickup. Who's your pickup this week? Who's your waiver wire pickup? Put it in the chat. Join us on the show. You know what? While we're sitting here, I'm going to put the link up, and all you guys got to do is follow the link. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to put it in this little banner. Thank you, Aurora. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Aurora. That was a great game too. All right, really until the end, right up until the end. But anyway,
a little bit afterwards.
God dang. For those that don't know, our first game, Ohio State game together, we went for the Baker Mayfield planting the flag in the O game. Still salty about it, not happy. But there it is.
You could be happy that he's not successful right now in the NFL, so you can leave it at that.
I mean, he's not. Is he unsuccessful?
I stopped counting after nine passes batted. That's not good. You can't do
that. But yeah, follow that link, and you guys can pop your little picture right up there next to ours. We'll talk some football. Let us know who your waiver picks are this week.
I got to lean back because I got to match the size of the heads.
Boom.
You got a big old comfy chair, and I'm just like, what do I do with my hands?
You got a big old comfy trophy. So
yeah, that was 4 years ago.
To keep living in the past, brother. This is what
I just see. I don't know if you could see the little different spots, but other people have been winning, and I said I was going to win one league this year, and man, is it going to be a struggle for the rest of the time because it's not
uphill battle. It's an uphill battle.
Uphill.
With the injuries, we'll segue back into that. With the injuries that we got to Williams and to Taylor, there's people to be had. And I'm not going to say, Gordon is just out there in every single league. Gordon's probably already sitting on somebody's roster. Hines, possibly you might be able to get him. Algier, however, Algier's only owned in like 17.9, 18% of rosters on average, depending on the league. I mean, that's insane to think that he's out there that available. But with Patterson landing on the IR, that's a fantastic pickup, you ask me.
It's a wonderful pickup. It's available in 0 leagues that we play together because I already have him on my roster. I've been holding on to him. I watched him in preseason. I was ready for it. I figured Cordell would probably go down eventually. And listen, everybody that does that 0 RB thing, it's starting to pay off this week. If you got the fab, you got the spots.
It's true, though.
It really is. And running backs have been dropping like flies. This is the time. This is your moment to shine. You just have to be in the right spot at the right moment. And there's a problem with Algier, though. What's his name? Caleb Huntley also had 10 carries. They both had 10 carries. And I know you're not saying anything, but one of them got a touchdown. One of them didn't. But I still like Algier a little bit better.
I still believe in Algier. Look, there's not a team out there that doesn't run 2 running backs at some point. You got to have someone, you got to give your workhorse a break and stuff. Huntley steals the touchdown. That's going to happen every once in a while too. But, in the long run, for the long haul, for this period of Patterson being on the IR, I think Algier's the one.
What do you think about Latavius Murray going to Denver after he signed off the practice squad of New Orleans?
Hey,
as soon as they came in, they let him play, and then they said, "Yeah, go back to the IR." And he was like, "Somebody signed me? Okay, I'm gone. See ya." And I'm like,
exactly.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm a fan of Latavius Murray. I think he's going to be the guy there in Denver. I don't care if other people know the playbook.
Pass Gordon,
Mr. Fumbles. I know what the coaches are saying. Oh, he's the guy.
See, listen, you know this because we played each other this week, but was that the league?
Yeah, we played. Oh, but I don't know if everybody knows this, but I beat Chris this week. Was this my first win?
I let you have it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. You did beat me. You beat me fair and square. You shouldn't have.
Should have
And
had high score too. So there's that.
you did, and that's the thing. Like that's where I don't mind losing, because if you're going to lose to somebody, at least lose to the guy that had the high score. So nobody could have beat him. So I can't feel too bad about it. What do we got going on here? We got Bridgewater going to be a good pickup till Tua gets better. I don't think so. I think they really are going to.
I think you can get Kenny Pickett, or what's his name, Wilson. Kenny Pickett or Wilson before Bridgewater. You don't want to. I mean, when Tua's coming back, he's going to be fine. But Bridgewater is going to be like a waste of a space for a week or two. If the other two are out there, I'd go that route.
We got Fournette or Kareem Hunt. Flip a coin. I like Fournette's a starter. I'm taking a starter over the second guy. Not that they play Hunt like a second guy. Both Hunt and Chubb getting points this year. For me, I'm taking Fournette. I don't know.
When it comes to Kareem Hunt, like, he can get you that 30 points. Just Fournette is the guy, and I know they're a split backfield over there, but Fournette is the guy. Brady trusts him, and the more playmakers they have over there in Bucktown, I think Fournette's going to be a little bit safer play.
Yeah. Let's see who else on the waiver. Mostart could be a guy listed as RB1. He's in Miami. With Bridgewater and everything, you probably expect an uptick in running back. So yeah, I'll buy into that one. Decent schedule for it. Throw some fab money on Mostart and expect to get something out of it.
Okay. I'm in that position where I know bye weeks are coming. I'm afraid to pick anybody up. I'm also believe I drafted good enough to be successful, and being successful makes me not want to drop anybody, but I'm also not winning. When's a good time to let go? Because I do not trust on letting go right now at all.
Well, I guess it depends on who you're talking about letting go, right? Like, you're not going to let Jamar Chase go, even though, he's not performing up to standard. If you're a CMC believer, you're not going to let C-Mac go. Puts up over 20 this week. So, you're not getting those 30s, but if you're getting over 20 out of your back, you're not mad about it. You're not going to let Jefferson go because he had a couple of bad games. Pitts, on the other hand, if you wasted one of those top 3 round picks on Pitts, like everybody told you to do, I did it once. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but you're probably going to let that guy go by now, right?
I would try to trade him away for sure.
Yeah, which I did. I did. Got a lot of crap for it. But I think it just depends on the guy that you're looking at. Obviously, like Allen, I know Keenan Allen's been hurt, but you're not going to drop him, because he has been hurt. When he comes back, you expect him to start bringing in the points again.
Okay. Question. Would you drop Chase Edmonds for Tyler Algier?
Man, that's a tough one. That's a good question. The thing is with Algier not going to keep the job the whole time. Of course, then you have to wonder if Edmonds is going to keep the job the whole time. I guess I would look at the schedule and see where the schedule looks at. I don't have it in front of me. I apologize, everybody. But I think schedule's probably going to dictate that move.
Edmonds has a way better softer schedule, let's say.
Yeah.
And since with Tua being out, they might lean on him a little more, but I really like Algier. I guess maybe I'll just leave it alone.
I guess Algier's the starter though, right? So like I said with Fournette, I want the starter. I guess I'm going to take Algier at this point for the starter, because I'm not going to keep him the whole time. Hopefully you're not in a position where you're trying to pick up an RB1 because you don't have one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if you're just if you're just trying to stream a player, then yeah, Algier is probably where I'm going with that.
Oh boy. Mike Boone or Latavius Murray in Denver?
I saw that game that scenario has come up so much, and I think it's crazy with Gordon there because everybody's wanted Gordon to elevate. Everybody's wanted Gordon to be the RB1.
Yes.
And Williams, they were always going back and forth, always share backfield. Williams goes down, you think automatically Gordon, RB1, hands down, is a done decision. And then people start throwing out Boone and Murray and all these other guys. Look, I really think those guys are there just so that Gordon can get a rest. I'm personally not putting a lot of stock in either of those guys. When the situation comes up, I think Murray did enough this week to earn that spot, and I think it's going to be Murray. Obviously, Boone needs to get worked in, but I still think Gordon's going to be the guy, and I don't know that there's going to be enough reps there to make Murray or Boone, especially with the question being there, which one are you going to take? That to me is enough of a reason not to take one.
That kind of it's troubling because in the 16-team league, I think I'm 5th or 6th on waivers, and I'm thinking about Latavius Murray just to kind of help me out a little. I'm not really going to play him or start him right away, but it's kind of like a stash for a bye week, and now you're convincing me not to pick him up.
I just think there's probably better options out there. Again, Al-Jair, but you said you probably already have Al-Jair. Mostert could be out there. Not a lot of people have him right now. Let's see who else is out there. Talking about, where did he go? He was just on my list. I apologize. Mostert's RB1 right now. But he is owned in 50% of the league, so there's a chance he might not be out there. RB2 is Brian Robinson out of Washington. Kind of curious. I think they just kind of need to throw names in there, and Al-Jair comes in at 3. And again, I'm not really sure why you make that move, and maybe I'm missing something here with Brian Robinson. He's cleared, he's activated, so I guess you're picking him up for use down the road. I guess that's a good point. Yeah, Robinson is a good pickup if you don't need him now, because Robinson's definitely going to get work in. He's definitely going to get playing time. And when he does get up to form, he very well could take over that starting job. So yeah, long term, I get Robinson now.
Robinson is already in my IR stash. He'll be back in. I think they have to activate him in 21 days. I've had him from anywhere I could grab him, and I mean, all my leagues already had him except one. So I do like him. I know I'm gonna have to drop. I'll probably have to drop Chase Edmonds to get him on my starting lineup. So I'm looking for trades later. That
Robinson owned on average of 45, call it 46% of leagues right now. So I mean, there's a good chance half of you got a shot at him. So
yeah, and okay. Here's a question, and I know some people might have this. What do you do in a league where people are afraid to trade?
Yeah, a lot of people don't like the trades. Again, we talked about this last week. If a trade isn't going to better your team, I got 3 trades today. I turned them all down because they didn't do anything for my team. And I think the leagues that you're afraid to trade in are the leagues that the offers are so lopsided, that people either don't want to, don't know how, or just unwilling to part with anything worth trading. I mean, if you're trying to trade I don't know, if you're trying to trade Pitts and think you're going to get some value out of them, it's not going to happen. If you're trying to trade Bridgewater because he's going to play a couple games and you think you're going to get some kind of big value out of him, it's just not going to happen.
Well, I do like trades. I think it's kind of fun. And
no, I think trades are great.
But someone offered me Chase Edmonds for Gabe Davis today.
Chase Edmonds for Gabe Davis? They want your Gabe Davis?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to look at needs, but there's no way I'm making that trade personally. That's me. I don't know. I don't have.
I have needs, Derrick Henry, AJ Dillon for my running backs. Mark Ingram because I picked him up last week for a help. Burkhead, Dillard, Alvin Kamara, which is hurt. So I don't have a good running back core right now. But
we'll see it. But I mean, like that's where I'm like maybe trading Burkhead. And maybe, you could give Burkhead and another player, one of those players you don't need, one of those lower end players, but you give Burkhead another player for Edmonds. That I can see, but I'm not giving up Gabe Davis. You can't convince me. You can't make that argument for me where that's a trade that's going to better my team.
Yeah, and I like the 2-for-1 deals where I can go pick something off the waivers and hopeful for this week, and I knew I had to get trades in last night, and it just wasn't happening. So I can get them in before waivers, and then I can figure out my team. And it was just too much at night. It was way too much. Next year, everything will be on one app. If you're not on my app, I'm not joining your league. It's terrible.
I think next year I'm going to try and officially cut out ESPN. I think I'm done with ESPN after this year.
NFL and ESPN, I'm not real fond of. I mean, there are some things about it, but
I've got a couple ESPN leagues, and it's for other people. I didn't start any myself, but I think I'm done with ESPN.
I have a spot right on my open screen on my phone where there's 4 or 5 apps just for the leagues and everything that I'm doing with football.
Yeah.
And it's too much.
Yeah. Let's see who else is out there. If you're looking for a kicker, you can stream Phillies kicker Jake Elliott. He's only owned in 45% of leagues as well. Pickens, a lot of people, I have Pickens. It's a fan pick, being a Steelers fan, but Pickens owners are happy right now. If Pickett comes in, and I don't think Pickett should come in. I don't really want him to, and I know Trubisky's an issue. It's okay. I think most people have kind of understood. I mean, we know Pittsburgh's not really going to the Super Bowl, despite what the song says. It'd be nice to keep that playoff streak alive. And you can make the argument that Trubisky's definitely not going to make that happen. And that's true. So maybe Pickett does. So why not throw him in there? For me, I'm more of a long-term invest in the future. I don't want to ruin my rookie quarterback right now. Yes, he might have some success in certain situations, but I don't want him to be another Baker Mayfield. I don't want him to be another Cleveland quarterback. Take your pick of the 17, 18 over the last few years,
I like Kenny Pickett, and I like the fact that not only did the team respond, the fans responded as well. They wanted to see him play. They wanted him in there. And I have one thing to take away from that is I will be trading away Najee Harris as fast as I can. Kenny Pickett stole 2 that were supposed to go to Najee, and they just did not give it to him. That was really frustrating. It's not like it was 3rd down and they didn't like the lineup, so they changed the play at the line. No, they just let Kenny run it in, and I didn't like that. So that's going to be a problem for me, and I'm probably trading away Najee at all costs this week. And if you do get Kenny Pickett, stash him. I think he's going up against the Bills this week. Don't play him. It's not worth it. If he put over 20 points, I'd be surprised.
That's the thing. Like, and you see, the Jets have success. You see, he goes for 20 plus points, and he had the whole game, and Pickett didn't. Pickett got forced into some interceptions. That's true, but 3 interceptions, it doesn't look good on the stat line, and that's okay. But you're right. You don't want that second game to be against a team like the Buffalo Bills. That's not where you want to go. That's not a good look.
It's not a good start. Yeah, he's gonna have some growing pains real quick, and it'll be okay. Just don't put him in your lineup. It's a stash.
Give the guy a chance, but I don't care if you do it this year. Put him in some quarters, but I'm just not. I don't like ruining your quarterback like that. And I am a Steelers fan, so obviously I want the kid to do well. But anyway, Kenny Pickett. But at least Pickens, I think, if Pickett comes in, then I think Pickens is going to start putting up some bigger numbers.
Come on, you're going to see some signs, Pickett to Pickens or whatever you want to call it. And then they're going to open up a chicken joint somewhere, and it's going to be perfectly fine.
Exactly. And, came up in the trenches. Obviously, 2 rookies coming at the same time. They're going to do well together and already have a relationship. So I think it'll be good once they get in there. For me, I'd rather wait.
Yeah. Okay. What about since Zach Wilson is back? And
Zach Attack, watch your mom.
I just saw it on the Facebook, so I have to say it. It said something about Zach Wilson saying, "Don't worry, Giselle, I got you."
There you go.
And I was like, "Oh no, this isn't happening!" Like,
Hey, she likes quarterbacks. What are you gonna do?
I mean, just can you imagine like
Oh my gosh.
her on the sidelines in New York, and then Brady's coming to town or something, and Brady's got like 4 more years to play. I don't know. It'd be kind of funny to see, but.
It would be fun.
But anyway, Zach, off the jokes and stuff. Zach Wilson likes Corey Davis. I don't know if you know that. They got a great chemistry. I think Corey Davis had like 18 points or something. He's available in some leagues, so
he is still available. Probably more like your 10 team leagues, maybe some 12s, but definitely in your 10 team leagues, he's available. Do you want to pull the chain on just because you have one good game against the rebuilding Pittsburgh team, though? I mean, he did have a good game. It was his coming out game. You got to figure Pittsburgh really doesn't have a lot of film on him. We don't know what he's going to play like in NFL situations, and you see that a lot. When the backups come in and stuff like that. Are you sold on him already?
I'm sold on him because his games are 13, 18, 4, 18. So he is getting the volume. And over there in Jetsville, they are throwing the ball a lot, even if Zach Wilson is back. So volume is key. We've been saying that for years.
Yeah. I mean, statistically, if you're getting the volume, right? I mean, I'm just saying, if the volume is there, then chances are you're got to get some kind of numbers out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I do want to touch base.
Corey Davis is actually wide receiver 6, which is kind of surprising, and he's only owned in 16% of leagues. Because I agree with you about everything you said about them having that chemistry, and they're gonna have worked together. They're gonna have developed a lot of timing. I'm really surprised to see Corey Davis that could definitely be a nice steal for you. You're not getting, Jefferson numbers out of Davis. He's not the next Debo or anything like that. But I mean, he could be a flex guy. He could somebody throw in there, watch the matchups. Definitely.
I have some defenses that's kind of funny. Is Eagles are number 1, Bucks 2,
obviously,
Jaguars 3.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, and 9.
It helps that they got the pick 6. So let's be a little realistic about that. But the schedule's okay.
Got some. Okay. No, we'll put it up. Here's your time to shine, Jordan.
I didn't think you were going to put it up. I didn't think you were going to do it.
So warm and cozy.
We're going to get into this in College Chaos. Not too much because I know you're still a little salty. Jordan was giving you a little bit at it during the trenches.
That's okay.
Filming, but that's okay. Steve wants to know what running back, if you can throw that up there, what running back in Denver. So we talked about this. Murray or Boone, you're liking Murray. I don't like him enough to draft him. I still think Gordon's going to be the guy. And so I say just the fact that we don't know, that we're asking the question, tells me to stay away from both of them. You were looking at Murray.
Here's the thing. I can't talk about it because he's available in our league right now, and you're not getting any information out of me. You're going to have to go back and watch the show. It's about 15 minutes ago. Stick with Mr. Fumbles.
Stick with Gordon. He says, you stick with Gordon, and I'll pick somebody up, and we'll see what's up.
I'm looking at Latavius, but the problem is I'm not a fan of crowded backfields. The deeper the league, the better, but it's worth a stash, if you will. And I mean, like I said, running backs get hurt, and I know he's 32 years old, but he's worth a stash.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to go that way, Go ahead. But you were saying about defenses. You did Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's
Nobody
numbers-
owns Jacksonville. Now, again, Jacksonville's numbers are elevated because they got that pick six.
I
But
do. I actually had Jacksonville this week against you, and because of our league rules,
and
I
it,
got 50
I mean, it
points.
worked for you. It worked.
It worked. I'll take it any day. Then we got to see. Rob says Wilson throwing now, no running game. Well,
Yeah, that's not true. I disagree with that.
They got a three-headed monster back there with a.
And Hall's putting up
Time-
numbers.
Let's see what we got here.
Melvin Gordon or Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence.
I love how long you thought about this.
Yeah. Oh, wait. So Jason says, would you want his advice if he gave it what record you got in our league? Touche. What's your record, Jason?
Wow.
I think, what am I, 1-3?
Wow.
I beat somebody. Doesn't help when you got injuries. And I picked 16th. What do you want?
Shots fired.
Yeah.
What's going
One more
on?
time for Jason, everybody. One more time for Jason.
Oh man. I'm definitely taking, I'll tell you right now, I'm taking Gordon in that situation. I'll just
Okay.
go ahead and throw that out there.
Jordan Thomas. Yeah, I don't know. I think why are you upset that I hesitated on that? Because you're not speaking up on Melvin Gordon. You're not a big fan, are you?
Waiting for a reply. Yeah,
Mhm.
no reply now.
I
Okay,
didn't think so.
Olave or London? Love that one. I'm taking Olave all day. Olave's putting up just monster numbers, and yes, he had not been getting in the end zone. Finally gets in the end zone. I think he's going to get in the end zone a lot more. I think Olave. I told you Olave is one of my top picks for the Roy already. Probably top 3 picks for the Roy. Just watch him go, and that's not just the Ohio State talking. I love Olave. I said he runs the smoothest routes I've ever seen. And you just wait. Watch Olave's numbers start. Just keep going and going and going. And his yardage numbers are ridiculous. Ridiculous.
You know, I was worried last week that Olave wouldn't have that downfield threat. And, you know, Mr. Red Rocket over there, or Mr. Dalton, he did throw it downfield to him. So I would say play the matchups. Both of these guys are really good. Probably lean Olave just because he's from the Ohio State. There you go. That was just for you. But I just like
Appreciate
Olave a little bit better. And I'm a little bit a hater of USC. So that's why.
I like the situation too. I mean, he's in a division where it seems like when you get division opponents, it's always a shootout. There's going to be a lot of passing going on, regardless of who New Orleans has in there. Of course, we all know Winston when he's in, he loves to fling it anyway. And like I said, those numbers are just monstrous. So as soon as he starts landing in the end zone, those scores are just gonna. I wish I could get Olave. I would trade for Olave. I would definitely
I would too. Jason says he's just giving me a hard time. Fantasy football can be rough out there. Boomer Sooner, though, I agree. I also do apologize that you have a flat tire right now. So go ahead and take care of that. Oh, we got Rob.
Pick him up and play. Algier or Hines. And we talked about this earlier also. I think Algier's got a little bit longer long-term playability with Pitts on the list. Hines only comes in if Taylor's actually hurt, and Taylor's going to have to be pretty hurt for him to sit. We said he's looking like he's going to sit this week, especially with the short turnaround. But honestly, he's young, and he's probably not going to be out that long, high ankle sprain or not. I mean, to me, I would take Algier. I think Hines might get you the more immediate results, like I said, with Thursday and stuff like that. But I think Algier is more of the long-term play for me.
Yeah, Hines is going to be on the back burner anytime JT's back. So Algier is the safer play, higher ceiling. I'm not going to do the big question mark. I know at least I know Algier is going to be in a split backfield at worst. So, and you know, it's going to get part of that. I would stay away from Hines. Just, it's not going to be worth it.
Yeah.
You're going to end up cutting him in a couple weeks.
Love these questions. Great questions, Jordan. I'm loving it. Appreciate you joining the show tonight.
Yeah.
And a great trenches also, Jordan. How much longer will the Chiefs allow CEH to suck at football every Sunday? Look, it's been
how much time you got?
Yeah, exactly. Because they let him suck all last year, and I think they'll just keep letting him suck this year. As long as Mahomes is out there flinging it, they don't need him anyway. So,
did Mahomes ruin Chiefs running backs?
I think I wouldn't. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I would want to be a running back for the Chiefs because I'm not going to have to do
all
anything.
I think about is Kansas City Chiefs. I think a running back that can get rush yards and pass catches yards and everything and touchdowns, and Mahomes just ruined that for them. That's what I feel like is happening.
It's what are you gonna do? I mean, CH, everybody buys into him. He has a game here and there, and then everybody jumps right back on the train. And okay, go ahead.
I guess.
All you.
Will Edmonds get more touches?
You're on the Edmonds train, so I'm gonna let you.
I'm not on the Edmonds train. I just happen to have him in the later rounds, and people are trying to trade him to me, and I'm going to say, yes, he's going to get more touches. I think the next 5 or 6 games, he's going against weak run defenses. I would be on the train for a little while. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
So what do you got? What's your research telling you? What do you got?
Yeah, I'm just, it's all like, it's not good. Like, it's not great. I don't know.
For a late flex spot.
Maybe, yeah. I can see for a late flex spot. I'll give you that's
I mean, bye weeks are coming. So
let's go with that.
Just know
that's the thing. That's as best co-host in all the land. Exactly. Bye weeks are coming. So you gotta start planning for that. And I think Evans could be someone you could plan, you could stream, right? For a bye week. I like that.
You're getting 10, 15 points off your bench. That's a good spot to be in. So I don't hate it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
There you go, Jason. You're right. See? And yeah, Jason agrees.
5 week flyers. There you go. Now you like Jason again. You and Jason can be friends again.
Yeah.
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 There's the cup. I was going to bring it up anyway. Let's use it. Let's go right into it. Let's get into college chaos. Let's run through.
There is a lot of it.
Look, you know what? College chaos is yours. Go ahead.
I should have picked Oklahoma. And you know what? I was really, really, really hoping Oklahoma was ranked this week like 25. I was okay with 25, but nobody top 25 has 2 losses because I was going to pick Texas to upset them this week. And I was really upset because I clearly wasn't going to do it because, I don't normally pick my team. But I was picking Texas to beat Oklahoma, and I hate Texas. I'm a diehard Sooner fan, and they wouldn't even let me have it. And so they took that away from me. That was a for sure bet. The last 8 years, I was confident that I can go into Texas and Oklahoma could beat Texas. At least has that confidence. Right now, everything looks lost. So college chaos is college chaos, and it's 11 o'clock game that not many people will be watching unless you're a Texas or Oklahoma fan. So,
well, I mean, and that is true. It's like, do you stay up late for those games?
I don't need to stay up late for Oklahoma games. They start 11 a.m.
No. I mean, the games that are late, though. Do you like? You don't. Well, they're not as late for you because they still are. I'm East Coast.
It's 1 hour different. It's a 1 hour difference.
Do you guys stay up late? Do you guys stay up late for like the West Coast games? You guys watch Pac-12?
No, the ones that start at 11 p.m. No.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, because people do watch them.
No, but they don't watch them in California. Are you kidding me? They can't even sell out over there. And then they complain about everybody on the East Coast that say, well, you guys don't have anything to do out there. We have oceans and mountains and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
Oh, okay.
there's other things to do at 11 p.m. at night, and it's not mountains and ocean. So anyway, that's my hate for Pac-12.
Is that are you good?
I'm not hate. I just there's no excitement there.
I mean, well, I mean, you're right though.
I'll have to get this one in. Gino, I think Gino's a safe play. He's making it happen. I can't
until he doesn't. Until
until he doesn't. I mean, prove me wrong.
Until he doesn't.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
My brother picked him up and actually did pretty well for him. So, I mean, still lost, but it was a nice pickup. No, they don't. Nope. No, Jordan. It's not going to happen.
What?
He said Texas Longhorns.
All right. So you made some. How did you go back and look and see how you did?
I did. Because you forced me to pick some extra ones.
I did.
Alabama barely squeaked by and barely beat Arkansas.
I mean, they opened it up in the overtimes. But right. Yeah.
It was like 10-7.
It was close for a bit. I mean, longer than normal. Normally, after as soon as the halftime whistle blows, they're up by 30 if they weren't already. But it took till like the end.
I stopped watching it. I did tune in for a little bit.
I wonder if anybody but Alabama fans actually finishes those games. I wonder if even Alabama fans finish those games. Alabama fans. If you're an Alabama fan, let us know if you even finished the game.
Maybe check the cameras. I don't think the upper deck has ever shown after like halftime because everybody goes home.
Well, I finish my Buckeye games.
Some diehard fans do. Except on the Sooner game, I think I knew it was over 7 minutes into the first quarter. I knew it was over.
Wow.
So, I was like, I just kicked my feet up and said, it's over. So, I mean, nothing exciting about it, but.
Wow. There you go. All right. So what are the predictions this week?
Okay. But I did win. UCLA did upset number 15.
Oh, yes.
So
thank you, because I did see that on the scoreboard and I was like, I nailed that one.
I have a couple for you. I also have a question after my upsets. We're going to start with number 18 UCLA upsetting number 11 Utah.
Wow. UCLA, because they coming off the win.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're undefeated. Yeah. If not, I mean, they are, because I
should have this up. I should know by now to already have this up. You're saying UCLA over Utah. This is the pick?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's an upset. Okay.
I mean, it is an upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's one of those nice ones that kind of falls in your lap. It's like those.
And there'll be some nice upsets coming.
You see some of them. You see some of them, and you're like, "What is that really like a bet? Like how is I'm all over that."
I think next week, USC goes to UCLA. So I'm going for that upset of UCLA is going to beat USC next week, which is why I'm going to keep this win streak going and then win Utah right now. I don't want to give them any excuse to slow down.
So. I mean, Utah not playing bad though.
No, Utah's a great team. Just little Pac-12 overrated. That's fine.
Does Indiana beat Michigan?
No. I looked at it, and I know you wanted that, and it's Michigan, by the way. But I looked at Indiana.
I'm not afraid of them. I'll say Michigan. Michigan with an M.
M. Yeah, M.
I ain't afraid of them.
For mother.
That's right. LSU or Tennessee?
That's actually on my list. That was the last one. Number 25 LSU over number 8 Tennessee. I'm going with LSU on this one. Yes.
Wow. No, I'm not taking that one.
Oh,
no.
I'll just put loser on this side.
Kansas over TCU.
That is on my list also. Yes.
Really? You're taking that one? I thought about it. I thought about it. I really did think
Listen,
about it. But no.
Everybody listening, Kansas is number 1 in the Big 12 right now. Number 1 undefeated Kansas. Believe that or not, it's not basketball, football.
No, it's true.
I'm gonna give them the love right now just because I can, because they're there, and I'm not gonna hate, even though I'm not a big fan of Kansas State right now, just demolishing us. So, yeah, I'm giving the love. Kansas over TCU.
Texas Tech over Oklahoma State. The Red Raiders over Oklahoma State. No, probably not. Auburn over Georgia.
No. Even
South
though
Florida,
Georgia's been looking a little sloppy lately, it could be one of those trap games. But I don't.
Yeah. South Florida over Cincinnati. Cincinnati's only 24, so
it's not a bad idea. I mean, it would. You want to put it South Florida over Cincy? I'll get on that train. Are you?
No.
Oh,
Michigan State over Ohio State, never gonna happen. Vanderbilt.
Oh,
famous
going
laugher.
down.
You ain't taking that. Don't even lie. Vanderbilt over Ole Miss, who I did call. I called that Mississippi game, by the way. Arizona State over Washington.
Didn't I just? Yeah, wasn't Washington? Yeah, Washington just got upset. No, I think Washington's going to come back and not lose another game on the road.
People losing up, really? People losing a lot of twofers. 2 in a row, like kind of reeling afterwards, stuff like that. What else? Is that everybody? Can't be everybody.
No, there's another one, but
Washington State over USC. No, not gonna happen. South Carolina over Kentucky. They never beat Kentucky. Army over Wake Forest. Probably not. Notre Dame and BYU. Oh,
yes, Notre Dame over BYU. That's the last one on my list. Notre Dame is not ranked, but they will.
They're not.
They will beat BYU.
I'll take that one.
And
I'll get on with that one. And then Iowa State over Kansas State.
No. Kansas State all the way. And Jason, for the spoiler, Kansas. I believe Oklahoma is going to lose to Texas this week, and I believe Oklahoma is going to lose to Kansas next week after that. So we will be 3-4. And that's
Are you sulking, or do you actually think that?
I actually believe that. Watching the teams, I think Quinn Ewers is back for Texas, going to come back for the showdown this weekend, and I believe that's going to happen. I think Texas is going to take us. We didn't look that good to play Alabama, and Texas came to play, so I think Texas is going to take us down. And then Kansas seems like they're unstoppable, and we can't stop a dual threat quarterback. So I'm going to go ahead and say Kansas is going to beat us as well. Unfortunately, Kansas probably.
I think Kansas definitely probably has a shot, right? Like, I'm not really mad at that. Yeah, I think Kansas probably definitely has a shot there.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it, but I would love to say next week Oklahoma beats Kansas in an upset. I just don't know if I would pick it with all confidence.
It's hard.
So
hard.
That's where I would be.
College chaos.
Living the dream.
What else we got?
We got Let's Go Fix Our Lineups, but also you go enjoy the rest of your birthday and party it up.
It is my birthday, and I apologize for being a little distracted because I am getting like birthday messages here and stuff. And I just want to thank everybody, a lot of people from the trenches, everybody from the trenches and just all around the internet. So I'm getting a lot of birthday messages, and it's, well, I appreciate it. And thank you so much for taking the time to wish me a happy birthday. Thank you, everybody. Here's a present that you can all get me. Go over to The Armchair Athletics and subscribe and watch every single episode of The Trenches you can. I promise you. Look, I understand it can be intimidating. Some of those episodes are long. I understand. It's like I got enough shows on Netflix I'm watching. I got things on Hulu. I got football. I get it. But I promise you, watch The Trenches and you'll be hooked. If you are on here, if you have a love for fantasy sports, fantasy football, You have never seen anything like it. Go watch the trenches, because when you do, you're going to tell your friends watch trenches. Go subscribe. I'm telling you, the trenches is like so much better than I ever thought it could be.
Yeah, it's kind of like the league with just a little bit more drama and unfortunate events for your lineup.
And it's real.
And it's
So
real.
it's real. Like, this is actually happening. Someone's going to win $5,000 because they're going to survive all this craziness, which is unbelievable to me. I just can't believe the way this thing's going down. It's nuts.
Yeah, and the thing that I wrote down, yeah, I can't wait to use it, and I'm going to use it. I just don't know when, and it's going to be a little side thing.
Oh, this game breaker of yours?
Yeah.
I can't wait
wrote
to
it-
hear it. Once we go off the air, I can't wait to hear it.
I don't even know if I want to share it, and I want it to be a surprise
Oh,
for
yeah?
you as well. I think I do.
I
I
like
don't know.
it.
It'll be in a.
Well, we got to get
couple
it on the
months.
board.
No, we
No?
don't, because it affects everyone equally.
Well, I mean, that's what matters.
So
All right,
see.
guys. Well, okay. Now you really have to watch Trenches to see when it's going to
Yeah.
come out, because I don't even know.
it's holiday
Appreciate-
season. Let's
It's
go.
all- Merry Christmas. Your whole team's
Merry
gone.
Christmas.
Again, watch the
The
Trenches. Thanks for
Grinch.
coming out. Enjoy college football. Best of luck in all your fantasy matchups. You guys all stay safe out there. And Roop,
Listen, if you guys still need any other questions, hit us up. Text on any app that we're in together on the leagues, on our Facebook, Twitters, whatever, and we'll answer them as soon as we can, because we got to set some lineups too. Because I just beat the host. What are you, 2-2 now?
have a great week, everybody.
Got him.